Hey, this is Rick Terry, your Maine real estate guide. At my home here in Millinocket, Maine, getting ready to go up to the town of Crystal to take some photographs and finish mapping a property that's coming to market. I've got 25 plus or minus acres that's off-grid in Crystal, Maine. We're on our way to Crystal, so I'll start filming when I get up there in a bit. And we'll take a look at that 25 plus or minus acres coming to market at $32,500. It's a nice piece of ground, so stay tuned. So we're along the cow team road and the frontage for the property, and there's about 760 plus or minus feet of frontage on this road here, which is the Weber Road. And right here to our left, this is raw land. This 25 plus or minus acre parcel there's no improvements, there's no driveway, no well, no septic. But this location here may be an easy place to pop in a driveway. This looks to be, was probably utilized as a yard when, or a log landing when this property was last logged, 10 or 15 years ago. And there's a nice footprint of a road that goes back here through this grassy area. So if you mowed the grass, you could probably pop a driveway in here pretty easy at a potential home site. It would be relatively easy to have back here in the woods a little bit in this area. This 25 plus or minus acre parcel is part of a larger parcel. My clients own a 45 plus or minus acre plot of land. They're carving off this 25 acres that they're going to sell. They're going to retain 20 plus or minus acres. So up here you can see where the various skidder trails went through the woods when they were logging it. This is I would call it a fairly young stand of wood. There are merchantable stems. Like here are a couple that would be studwood size fir trees. But this is mixed growth. You got a lot of maples, birches, popple. You got some spruce that I can see here. This would make a nice potential location for a private home setting here off the road just a bit. Fairly easy to maintain and get back to the Weber Road without having a driveway that's 14 miles long. Kind of nice. This is a private location. There's only one full-time resident that I know of in the immediate area here, and I sold that property a couple of years ago. He owns 100 acres in an off-grid home, and then and this property would abut that owner. And then there's a couple of camps on the opposite side of Weber Road. These are seasonal cottages. They're probably used in the spring, summer, and fall more than any time else. Pretty private. So I'm up the road about a quarter of a mile beyond the property. So this is Fish Stream that I'm standing beside, and the bridge that crosses Fish Stream along the Weber Road connects both sides. And in many parts of the country, this would be a major river, but here this is a stream, and you can see the Blazers having a heck of a good time checking checking it out. But anyway, this is a trout fishery. And it's accessible to you from the property. You could launch a canoe here. This is actually a pretty decent launch right here. You could probably put in a small boat if you wanted to with a small outboard, but definitely very navigable, canoeable water. And in the springtime is probably a pretty darn good brook trout fishery. I can see beaver house kind of poking its way out of the bushes over there. So you've got you've got beavers and otters and muskrats and mink that inhabit in and around this stream. There's a lot of water in this area, so this is a great area for wildlife because wildlife require food, cover, and water, and we've got all three right here. So if you're looking for an off-grid home site, a small timber parcel for just a diversification of your investment portfolio, a great place to take your dog for a swim. You want to check out this 25 plus or minus acre parcel that I have here in the town of Crystal, coming to market soon at $32,500. This is just a beautiful recreation area. You can snowmobile and ATV here, lots of privacy, wildlife viewing, wildlife hunting, whatever you want to do. Just a place to get away and get closer to nature. This is a great area and a great property. So I'm standing on the Cow Team Road frontage of the property. There's about 600 feet of frontage on this road, although for building purposes, off the Weber Road, where we were at just moments ago, would be the better place. There is a small boggy area adjacent to this road here, so you get a little bit of wetlands on this road. So for building purposes, it would be easier to build off the Weber Road. So if you're looking for a 25 plus or minus acre home site, small timber investment, hunting property, recreational getaway, or just a piece of land to have a piece of Maine, give Rick Terrio, your Maine real estate guy, a call at area code 207-731-9902, and let's check out this 25 plus or minus acre parcel in the town of Crystal, Maine. I'll address some comments that I've heard on a few of my videos, because sometimes I narrate from the interior of my truck, which is a 2014 F250 4x4 with an off-road package. And what's making all that racket? So let's take a look at Rick Terrio's Maine ride and see why sometimes it rattles and bangs. All right, it's a 3/4 ton truck, which means it can handle a pretty heavy payload. So it rides a little stiff when there's nothing much in the bed. So also, when these trucks come from the factory, they got softer tires. So any guide worth his salt in Maine is going to put new tires on these trucks, and you run 10 plies up here. That's what you want to run when you're going off grid. And on some of the back roads that I go on, and I spend a fair amount of time on these off-country properties. You're not going to drive there with a Prius, so you need a 4x4 truck, and you want rugged tires underneath it that have good tread and good sidewall protection, so you don't slice your tires, with a rock or stone. So what do I carry with me in my truck when I go off to list properties that might be rattling and banging? Well, when you go up and maybe you have a house that you're going to be listing, well, you need a lockbox. So I carry a spare lockbox with me. Everyone needs some rope. You never know when you might need some cord to tie something down. So I carry some rope with me. I carry a box of screws for attaching signs to trees. You always need a spare Reese hitch pin. You never know when you're going to need one, or you might run into someone that needs one. So I carry a spare pin. That's about it on this side of the door, other than, you know, a ratchet strap, because you never know when you might need a strap. Oh, what else we got in here? Well, got a backpack full of GoPro camera gear, mounts, and accessories, wireless mic, electronics in here. I carry electronic collar for my dog, Blazer, so I can keep tabs on where he's at and recall him from a distance if I need to. In the back here, well, there's Blazer along for the ride. A couple of signs that are going up on the property today. First aid kit, never know when you might need it. A few weeks ago I needed it for Blazer. He cut his pad and we had to bandage him up. What else do I have? Tire inflator in case you get a flat. Might need to pump some air into your tire, so air pump. All right, let's go around the other side. So here's the captain's seat over here. The view that I normally have. And let's see, on this side, got a little saw. You never know when you might need to cut a tree or a limb out of the way. And this is just for the small stuff. For the heavier stuff, I have a chainsaw on the box in the back. I do have another lockbox in case I need that. Got some cough drops. Let's see. A little bit of wire. You never know when you might need a little piece of wire. So I always carry a little wire with me. Don't really need this time of year, but insect repellent. You know, I normally keep it in my truck because when I need it, I need it. And so here it is. Little surveyor's tape. You never know when you might need to mark a pin that you found that's covered up with brush. Once you find it, mark it so you can find it again. And then in the back, box in my back here, I have a tow strap. I got some tire chains. I keep them in there all the time because in the wintertime sometimes I need to throw chains on the truck. And chainsaw and some miscellaneous other gear. But that's what I carry in the Maine Real Estate Guide automobile.